and welcome back to a new video. Today I'm gonna be talking about how to get your life back on track. Like, I wanted to make this video because recently I've just been thinking about where I am currently in life, and I really feel like mentally I'm in a much better place compared to last year, because last year was just shit. Like, I've done so many like little things to just like feel better about myself and just to work on my goals and everything, just basically just getting myself back up after a horrible last year. That's why I'm here to give you guys tips on how to get your life back on track, really. By the way, I am not a mental health professional, so if you're someone who really like was really like struggling with like depression or anxiety or any of that, then I would really suggest to seek professional help. Like I said, I'm not a mental health professional. This is just everything that personally also worked for me and the tips I think that maybe you guys could use as well. So if you guys want to know how to get your life back on track, then just keep on watching. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is self-reflection, and I really feel like self-reflection is a very important, essential to have like in life, really. Like, because if you don't self-reflect, you just never know like where and in what you have to grow. So with self-reflection, I mean, just look back to your life and think, how has it been going so far? Like, what did happen? What did you go through? What did you do? What happened? What made you feel like, okay, I want to change something? Maybe you went through a breakup which had a very heavy impact on you, or you lost your job, and also think about like what did those events do to you? How did you feel, and what did it result? And with self-reflection, I also mean like look at your own contribution to everything that happened. How come you're feeling this way? Basically everything like that. Maybe there are also some certain traits or certain habits you've noticed that aren't very healthy. Like, it can also be like personality wise. Like, for example, for me, I've been through things which also made me not quite a nice person sometimes. I would just get very angry very fast. Maybe there are certain personality things you don't like about yourself. Like, for example, you find yourself a people pleaser, or you get angry very fast, or you're very judgmental, or anything like that, really. So if there are like certain personality traits or habits you want to change, then you have to think about, how am I gonna make that change? So just basically like really take the time to literally just stand still and really just reflect really about yourself, the events that happened, what did it do to you. But if there are like very complex things, like for example you've had some big traumatic events in your life, or you're very suffering from depression or anxiety, then I would really say like to seek professional help, get therapy. I know it's like very easier said than done, because I really do notice that for some people it's like quite a big step to actually take the step to go to therapy. I really feel like with those very complex things, I personally feel like therapy or a professional is basically the only person really that could help you. So, and also some people also find focus and peace in their religion. Like, for example, I am a Muslim, so I also really find a lot of peace within with my faith. So, but if you're like someone who is not religious, but you've always been like, for example, interested in like spirituality or something like that, or maybe astrology, then maybe look into that. So basically it's all about just, how am I gonna feel better? Where can I find that peace? How can I be a better person? Basically all those things are like very essential to get your life back on track. And then number 2 is unfollow / distance everything that's not doing you good. And I've done that also last year as well. I actually took this very long social media break for 5 months. I literally unfollowed a lot of people, like either people who weren't good for me or people I just barely know at all. Like, why should I follow you? With that, it's just, I mean, make sure that you follow people and hang around with certain people who don't trigger you or make you feel bad. And if you see like certain posts or stories from people you don't really like, or you feel, or you just get triggered by seeing it, then I would just say just unfollow them. If you cannot unfollow them because you personally know them, or they're like a sort of friend, or it's probably your colleague at work you still have to see every day. Like, you can always just mute as well, so that you sort of still follow them but you don't see their posts and their stories, so you don't get confronted with it. It's so important that you just follow people who really inspire you with many things, like also maybe inspirational quotes, or just people that you look up to and you're really like, oh my god, I hope to be just as amazing as they are. But with inspiration, I don't mean that it comes to the point that you literally envy them, that you're really like, oh my god, I wish I was that person, or oh my god, they're having it so well, like I really envy them. That's literally not healthy at all. And yeah, just unfollowing, distance yourself from things that are not good for you is very helpful. The third thing I want to talk about is make a list of your goals. Like, I always do that at the beginning of the year, or maybe like at the end of the year, like goals I want to achieve for the next year. But it doesn't have to be like at the beginning of the end of the year. It can literally be any time. You can even start up a goal today if you want to. So what do you want to achieve in a certain time period? It could be, what do you want to achieve in this year, month, week? It can literally, it's so broad and there's no right or wrong in this. And it literally could be anything. Like, for example, you want to work out, you want to find a new job, you want to go to school, to college, just like I am, because I am going to university in September, and it's also a goal that I set for myself this year. Or maybe you want to travel to a certain country, or you want to get your driver's license. It can be anything. So it is very important that if you want to get your life back on track, that you have certain goals set that you can work on. And then it's also like important, like, how are you going to do that? So you should also like make a plan and write it out on paper, or make a mood board or something like that, which I'm also going to talk about later in this video. So really make a plan for yourself, like, how am I going to achieve that goal? Like, goals I had, for example, this year was like to upload consistently on YouTube. So I'm posting 3 videos a week, and then I always make sure to plan when I'm content creating and stuff like that. So that was literally my goal for this year, because if you have goals you want to achieve, you're also gonna like grow with them, you know, because I really have noticed that since I had certain goals set, it also really definitely changed my mindset as well. Like, I became literally more motivated, and also I got to stand a bit more positive about my future. Like, not gonna lie, sometimes I'm still a bit anxious about my future, but knowing that I have a certain goal in mind really made me like feel better, you know. So like, oh, I have this goal I want to achieve, so I really want to do everything to make that goal happen. Like, I really have noticed that I've like literally quite grown as a person, like, for the last couple of years. Like, for example, 3 years ago when I graduated college, I would never ever expect that I would be going to university 3 years later, because back then I was literally like, nope, no more school for me, and here I am. And then go to the fourth point, which is create a routine that works for you. Like, I really love routines. Like, I need to just have like structure, and I have to be like organized, you know. And like, I love planning things, and like I said, I really need the structure, because that's basically the only thing that keeps me sane. You guys have probably seen many routine videos on my YouTube, like, for example, morning routine, a night routine. I really just like to have a routine that I can stick to. Sometimes I change it up as well, depending on how I'm feeling that day, or just if I feel like I want to change things up because I've been doing the same thing too long. So it's just having a routine is nice, because then you just know what you have to do. And then especially if you write everything down, it can be tiny steps, like waking up, getting your coffee, doing your skincare, maybe a workout session in the morning. Like, literally there are just so many routines. It can also be a skincare routine, a workout routine, your makeup, your hair routine. Like, literally for everything you can basically get a routine. So create a routine that works for you. It's just, I really feel like if I have a routine, I just feel very satisfied with myself. I feel organized, I feel structured, and basically sane. So number 5 is try to find things you like maybe it's a certain style you have, or there are certain hobbies you really like. You have so many interests and you felt like you never really could do anything with it. Like, for example, if you like drawing, maybe just look into that. Like, and also just really do not feel ashamed for having certain interests. Like, for me, for example, I love K-pop with my whole heart, and I'm not ashamed of that, because literally K-pop is just literally, it's not just a hobby for me, it's just literally a lifestyle. And I really just find so much peace and like satisfaction with that, and I would just really love like keeping myself busy with K-pop, and also I just really like other things. I really like, for example, content creating. I like watching series. I like drawing. I like lots of things. I like reading books. So really like try to find what you really like, and also, for example, for your style, what kind of fashion do you like to wear? What is really your aesthetic, you know? I like so many things, and I really believe a lot of people who are watching this have definitely like a lot of interests or things they really want to like try out. Just do it. There's literally no right or wrong. And then number 6 is declutter your life, and I'm not just talking about decluttering your closet or your room or anything. I'm literally talking about everything in life, even within your social network. Like if you have a certain friend who is very toxic for you, just cut them out. Like I know it's very easier said than done, because I've also been in situations where I just found it so hard to cut off someone. But once you really like declutter things, it just feels like a weight off your shoulders. Like for example, if you decluttered half of your closet, like doesn't that feel very nice? Like literally, I always say a clean space is a clean mind, something like that. You guys probably know what I mean. And then also not just with those things I mentioned earlier, but also decluttering my phone, decluttering my laptop, removing like certain things I don't need. Like for example, when I go through my photo folder on my phone, I'll just delete 100s of things. And also on my laptop, just like getting rid of things I don't need anymore. Because if you just like declutter on the regular, it just gives so much like peace and mind, and it just feels like you see everything a bit more clearer. You know what I mean? Maybe it doesn't make sense. Like when I wrote it down, it makes sense, but when I'm just like saying it, I don't know if it like makes sense. And then number 7 is find inspiration. It can be literally about anything. Like for example, if there are certain goals you want to achieve, or you want to start a workout routine, or you really feel like you want to change up your hair bit, or maybe also experiment with fashion, then it's always great to find inspiration. I've actually recently downloaded the app Pinterest again, because I haven't used it for a very long time, and I really just like scrolling on Pinterest, saving stuff I really like. And I also do inspiration obviously on Instagram and on Tumblr. Do people still even use Tumblr? Because I do. Tumblr, and also on YouTube as well, by watching videos of other people. Like literally inspiration for many things. What I also really find important is when I have goals set and I want to find inspiration, that I always like make a mood board, because when I make a mood board, you get everything literally visualized. And now, for example, since I am going to university in September, I really like to search up study inspiration. Like for example, I watch like study vloggers on YouTube, and also like very aesthetically pleasing pictures of like study material on Instagram and on Pinterest and stuff like that. And then the 8th tip is actually to start making those changes. Like if you know like what goals you have set, and you found your inspiration, then it's actually time to start making those changes. Like for example, if you want to change up your style, then you can go go shopping for new clothes or new makeup. You can go to the hair salon and get your hair done. And or if you want to change up your room, you can go like go furniture shopping. And literally when it comes to those things, you have the control of your own life. With making changes, it always starts with you. Like literally no one else is gonna do it for you, because you want to become the person that you want to be. So you're also the one who needs to make those changes. And the 9th thing I want to talk about is to also like, and which is also like very important, and I really shouldn't forgetting this, is to stay realistic and also like be yourself. With stay realistic, I mean, if you when you want to set your goals and things you want to like change about yourself, like the self-reflection I was talking about earlier, like then it's very important to also set realistic goals. And also with the things I've mentioned earlier, like for example, you want to change up your room, and so you obviously have to buy furniture. You also have to think about a budget. But with certain things where money is involved, I would literally say do it if you can afford it. Like don't like buy very expensive clothes if you really cannot even afford it. And also what I mean is with staying yourself is that I mean you actually really always have to stay true to yourself, because I really feel like if you're really trying to become someone you're not, and really trying to become this whole completely different person that doesn't really feel like you at all, in the long term it's gonna affect you in a very negative way, and that's definitely not what you want. You actually want to get your life back on track, to evolve, to grow in a very positive way. And because if you're gonna try to do everything that doesn't feel you, then you're really gonna lose yourself. And once you lose yourself, it will definitely have an impact on you in a very negative way. That's what I mean with really, actually really stay true to yourself. And like I said, stay realistic as well. And the final thing I want to talk about, and I think this is a very, very important one to mention, is that it's okay to have off days as well. Of course, I'm talking about getting your life back on track and just do all those things to make yourself feel better and really literally grow and evolve and like literally becoming the best version of yourself. It is okay when you have a days where things weren't going the way you wanted to, or maybe something happened, bad impact on you, or it triggered you in any way, and you're probably gonna feel like very down because of it, or very sad or upset, or maybe you're afraid you're gonna fall back into that depression or something like that. Just wanted to like let you know, guys, know that it's okay to have those emotions. Don't think that just because you're really like trying to get your life back on track, it does not mean that you cannot have your off days. Like literally growing in life is not just a steady line all the way going up. It really has their ups and downs, but it's very important that that those downs, that it doesn't like stop you from your goals and your dreams or your journey to heal or to get better. So if you feel those emotions, don't try to hide them or to like ignore them. Just let them out. Cry if you want to. If you want to talk about it with a good friend, go call them up, or a family member, or maybe write them down in a journal or something like that. And I'm actually gonna read this out loud from my phone because I really find that a very nice quote, really. Basically, while you're working on all these things to get back on track in life, give yourself also time to heal from certain events in the past. It's okay to just think about it. If you're still upset from a certain event that happened, like for example last year, it's okay to still feel upset about it. Like I said, it's just healing and growing. It really comes with ups and downs. It shouldn't stop you from trying to become the best version of yourselves and all the goals you want to achieve. So okay, so I've been filming for like maybe more than 30 minutes, so I think I'm just gonna end it here, and I really hope I could help some of you guys out with the tips I've given you. So yeah, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and of course subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time in a new video. Bye bye.